Man, these guys on the internet are crazy. I mean, you get, I just got done going back and forth with some guy on a post where I was actually commenting in response to Nino Brown Boxing saying that he felt the guy Mean Machine that Bud just beat. He felt that the guy wasn't a gatekeeper. He wasn't some journeyman. That he was a contender. And my comment was that I felt like he was a legit contender. That's all I said. And then some guy comes in with laughing emojis, and then I responded back to him where he added me with laughing emojis. I added him with laughing emojis, and then he just goes into saying something along the lines of Bo Mac said that Bud was gonna walk through the guy in 3 rounds, and of course that's what Bo Mac said. But that don't, just because it didn't happen don't mean that that somehow that's a knock on Bud. And just because Bo Mac said that's what was going to happen, don't mean that the opponent wasn't a worthy opponent. That's a classic case of, basically you talked yourself up or talked your fighter up, and then when he didn't deliver, you put your fighter in a position where he's going to be criticized, and that's fair. But my whole thing is looking at it from an objective standpoint. I'm not going to sit here and just say Mean Machine was garbage and Bud not living up to Bo Mac's expectations means that Bud somehow isn't what we thought he was. I can't say that. And I was going to, saying, my whole thing is, with me saying all what I said, and basically I gave some examples of some guys that were contenders, like Ocampo, Brazil, Ugas, and such, and said, you never know what you're going to get. Basically when these guys are contenders, they work themselves up to a mandatory, and I say contender, I meant mandatory. These guys work themselves up to a mandatory position. You could get a guy that, is going to be a walkover, but you can get a guy that's going to be game and trying to seize that moment. And it all is all about where he come from. Is he just some guy that somebody got fortunate enough or paid to get put in the ranking so that he can go be a mandatory? Or is he a guy that's really legit? From my vantage point, I felt like Mean Machine was legit. And when the fight progressed, when we were on Marlo's corner, calling the fight, man, I was surprised at how well he composed himself, how poised he was in there, and he wasn't like in awe of the moment. He wasn't intimidated by Bud or all this talk of Bud being number 1 pound for pound. He came in there trying to win and feeling like he belonged in the ring with Bud, and I felt like he proved that. I'm not going to knock Bud for how the fight played out and say that, Bud isn't what he was supposed to be. No more than I would knock Errol Spence because he didn't knock out Mikey Garcia. Because that's what people who want to find reasons to criticize Errol Spence, they said, that Mikey was coming up 2 weight classes when Mikey came up 1. But Mikey was coming up 2 weight classes. Spence was supposed to stop him, etc., etc. Same thing. You had people who talked about how they felt like Spence was going to run over Sean Porter, and when it didn't happen, Spence was overrated all of a sudden. And I'll be the first to admit, I was one of those people making videos saying that I expect Spence to stop Sean Porter. Well, that didn't come close to happening. Yeah, he dropped him late in the fight, but I don't think he came close to stopping Porter. But that didn't take away from what I thought of Errol Spence as a fighter. That just made me think more of Sean Porter, and I thought, wow, I really should have looked at that differently, because there were people saying, man, no way, Sean Porter's not going to go out there and, get run over by anybody. And, in hindsight, I should have known better. But at the end of the day, you never know what's going to happen in fights. Richard Comey just went out there and got flatlined in 2 rounds against Teofimo Lopez. Not a lot of people saw that happening. That's just how it works out in boxing. That's why the fights are fought in the ring. They're not fought on paper. They're not fought in magazines. They're not fought on keyboards. They're fought in the ring for a reason. Boxing is a theater of the unexpected. And Mean Machine, giving as gallant an effort as he did against Bud, and dropping Bud, in my opinion, even though it didn't count as a knockdown, was an unexpected thing to see happen in the sport. But that's boxing for you. It's D-Lo 404 Boxing. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hey, by the way, go over there and subscribe to Marlo's Corner and Marlo's Corner 2. Big fat shout out to them. Shout out to the LDBC as well. I'm out.